Alright, what up, what up? Alright, so today we're gonna do a lesson speaking about time. Now, for those who have been following my channel, you know that I talk a lot about spirituality, spiritual aspects, metaphysical aspects, manifesting, mastering the mind, right? Mastering your mindset. So when it comes to time, that's a very important factor when it comes to manifesting, when it comes to spirituality and all that. Like, time is actually, you can look at time like an energy of its own. It's a whole God. It's a God of its own. All right. Now, that's not saying that the Most High is not within time, because once time has been created, the only person who could have created that time is God. You know what I'm saying? Because God lives within all of us, right? So we didn't create time. God created time in various aspects of time, and we decided that we resonated with a specific time, and we walk in that light, in that truth of that aspect of time. All right, so let's break it down from a metaphysical point of view. From a metaphysical point of view, time is non-linear. All right, so time is omnipresent. That means it's always going down. We always living in the now. The past is just the memory of the now. The future is a trajectory of the now. You see what I'm saying? So whatever you're doing in the right now will lead up to that future. So right now, if you was making plans, right? Write the plan, make it plain. You know what I'm saying? Right now, in this very moment, I'm writing the plan that I'm gonna do at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, from 8 to 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. Then once 9 o'clock hit, from 9 to 11, I'm doing something totally different, from boom, 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 all the way through to the next week, the following week. Now you have created a trajectory of your time. Now, we want to know that this subjective trajectory is being manifested for our objective goals. So what we're doing in the subjective is leading up to a goal, an objective goal. So like, we gotta go to work for 8 hours, right? That's because the objective goal is to get that check. And that check is subjective to paying my bills. And my bills are subjective to me having shelter over my head, right? Which is subjective to me having AC in the summertime, heat in the wintertime. You know, and I just stay in that flow, in that structure and flow. That's my peace right there. I'm gonna protect my peace. That's what I spend my time doing. I spend my time protecting my peace, and I don't get distracted. Focus versus distractions. You know what I'm saying? Now, when you really believe something important, when your heart in the right place, we gonna know if that's what type time you on. If that's what type time you on, you see what I'm saying? Because if that's not what type time you on, that's just not what type time you on. Yeah, I done started back smoking again. Little joints, just little joints. Not, I can't smoke cigars and shit. You know what I'm saying? But I smoke a joint. Fuck it. So it's my time to smoke. You know what I'm saying? If I want to, because I do what I want to do with my time. You see what I'm saying? How that affects me is how it affects me. Now, if you have too much pride and ego about yourself and interacting with people that do what I do, then don't waste your time watching my videos. You ain't gotta waste your time. It might not be nothing here for you, because this is distracting you from taking in whatever truths that I'm giving you. My bad. So let's get back to this time. So let's say right now, in this present moment. See, your present moment, that's your gift right there. Alright? So the past, that's history. The future, that's your mystery. But we can create a trajectory in the present. See, that's your gift right there. That's your present. You get it? Present, gift. You know what I'm saying? So you can utilize your gift to create a trajectory to manifest that mystery. You know what I'm saying? Based on your pattern recognition, you can almost, based off your pattern recognition, you can almost predict the future at this point. You know what I'm saying? You almost psychic. Like if you gotta go to work tomorrow, ain't nothing telling you I'm not gonna go to work tomorrow unless something come up, right? But in your mind, I'm going to work at this time, no doubts about it. That's manifestation. You're not sitting up thinking, ah, man, something might happen. Something gonna happen between now and tomorrow, me going to work. Watch, something gonna happen. If you say something gonna happen, watch, something gonna happen. You manifesting that. As within, so without. And you can't say that you ain't never had the feeling that something was gonna happen, and then that something, the essence of that something happened. Not that exact thing, but the essence of that gut feeling that you had, which was tied to your intuition, which was tied to your Holy Spirit. You know, you had a feeling, you resonated with it. You know, you resonated with a certain frequency of something happening. You know what I'm saying? And then that something was manifest. So that's what you put out there. So something happened. You know what I'm saying? Now, whether it was good, bad, who knows? That's on you. You might have been thinking something bad was gonna happen. You might have been thinking something good was gonna happen. That's just, maybe that's why I shouldn't be smoking weed, because I'm getting off subject. So anyways, you gotta look at time from these points of view. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can almost predict your future in your present moment, right now in the present moment. So what you do with your time, and see, so everything else that we speak about is wrapped around time. Everything else that I be on. So when I say belief versus doubt, assumption equals belief versus doubt. The only way your assumption equals your belief versus doubt is if that's your assumption right now. Not your assumption tomorrow, not your assumption yesterday. Now, see, a lot of times we think because that was my assumption yesterday, that's got to be my assumption right now. But it's a whole lot of things that could have changed between yesterday and now. So you could have had a new assumption. You know what I'm saying? Like on your capabilities, on your limited belief systems of what you can and cannot do with your time. You know what I'm saying? That's the real psychology of time. Your limited beliefs on what you can or cannot be doing with your time. They tell you, oh, I can't do this, I gotta do this. I have to do that, or because if I don't do that, this won't go down. Now you need to sit down and peace be still. Psalms 46:10, be still and know that I am God. Let's go ask God what the truth is. If I don't do that, will I not be able to do that? Can I fit this into that? Or is the risk not worth the reward of me doing this? Because if this is more important than that, then maybe I should be doing this. You need to ask yourself that. But if that's more important, because if I don't do that, I won't get that done, then maybe you should do that. It's all about your belief system, though. Maybe I can do both. Maybe I can do a little bit of this and then I can get to that. I can get both done. If I believe I can. But you can only believe it right now. You can't believe it yesterday. You can't believe it tomorrow. You gotta believe it right now. Research make the leech hurt. Go do some research on see if you can do it. Look, that's where we gain wisdom. Research, experience, other people's experience, and mentorship. That's your wisdom right there. That's how you get wise. That's wise counsel. You know what I'm saying? Based on the past. Wise counsel based on experiences of individuals, including yourself, from the past. You know what I'm saying? So those past experiences become other people's memories that you can use for your future pattern recognition to create the trajectory of your future in your present moment. That's time for you right there. That's what time it is right there. Like if you say right now it's time for me to show up for myself, you ain't gonna be like, yeah, tomorrow it's time for me to show up. Tomorrow I'm gonna show up for myself. Tomorrow I'm showing. Who says that? I'm gonna be like, man, it's time. It's that time right now. It's time for me to show up right now. Ain't nothing better than right now. See, Neville Goddard, he called this the effortless way. You ain't gotta do nothing. All you gotta do is embody. Using your imagination, creativity, and belief. Just embody, go from there and seek understanding in the process of your embodiment now. You know what I'm saying? Do that with your time. You know what I'm saying? But now you got too many coping mechanisms. You know what I'm saying? You got too many distractions around. You got too many things in the way telling you I gotta do this. This is more important than that. What's more important than you? What's more important than you? Feeding other people's egos, catering to other people's opinions of you. That's more important to you. Their opinions, that validation from them is more important to you, or is being accountable more important? Now you need to ask yourself some real questions. You got your own morals and values, but see, that's why they say ignorance is bliss. But at the same time, knowledge, understanding, and wisdom is power. You want bliss? You want that dopamine hit? Or you want that power? That conscious power. You know what I'm saying? Question you gotta ask yourself. That's what time is. That's what time it is right now. That's what time it is right now. And see, when you got that little feeling, like when I say something like that, you get that little feeling, like that little jump. That's your higher self trying to. That's like that tiny bit of energy you felt. That's your higher self trying to. Your higher self thought that you was about to show up for real. The higher self like okay, don't even play with me like that. You know, that's what time it is. That's what time it is. So when you show up, like, let's get it. I want to believe. I want to believe in myself. I don't want to have a limited belief in myself. I want to know what the magic is of thinking big. Prove it to me. Show me what's up. I follow God's law on the way there. I won't walk in confusion. I walk in understanding. I walk in faith, understanding plus belief. I believe in myself and have understanding of why I can get it done. Or not, you know what I'm saying? Because if not, then I don't believe in myself, then I shouldn't be doing it. If I don't believe, I shouldn't do it. If I don't believe, I won't achieve. Because I'm the manifester of my reality or my delusion. Reality versus delusion. You still, either way it goes, you the manifester. It's your reality. In your reality versus delusion, you can say that I'm the shit. You can say I'm not the shit. I'm nobody. I'm nothing. I can never have nothing. I'm good with what I got. Everything, I'm good with what I got. Why would you have that limited belief system? You know what that limited belief system is tied to? Fear. A fear of losing. A fear of not getting it. You know what I'm saying? Don't have no fear of abandonment issues. Those are fear of abandonment issues. You thinking that the kingdom of God is going to abandon you in that way. The kingdom of God ain't not going to abandon you if you're moving correctly. If you're walking righteously, the kingdom of God is not going to abandon you. Ever. God will not abandon you ever. You can only abandon God, not the other way around. God is not going to abandon you. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how the game goes. So don't even waste your time thinking the other way around. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't know, then you confused. The devil got you again. Don't let that go down like that. You know what I'm saying? You got to walk in that light, in that truth, understanding of why. Why. That's your analytics right there. That's your data analytics. Why. I want to know why. I'm going to write it down. I'm writing down the question and the answer. I'm finna do some shadow work. Do my shadow work. So I can know why. Because now once I know why, I can understand why or why not I can do what I can do. So now I can believe or doubt the situation, and that could be my assumption. And I can take that assumption moving forward. And so when anybody, anything, even the Matrix trying to tell me something different, I'm going to be like, no. I got the research. I know the experience. I know the trajectory of things. So I'm going to put my time into moving correctly. You're not going to convince me nothing different. Don't let the Matrix tell you nothing different. Don't let the people, places, and things within the Matrix tell you nothing different. And for those who it confuse you when I bring up the Matrix, just look at it from this point of view. The Matrix is like a simulation, right? All right, so let's start like this. Matrix, simulation, loops. All right, all three tied to the same thing. So you getting these little loops, right? These little loops, these little cycles in your life. These little loops, you know what I'm saying? Of thoughts, words, actions, ideas, tied to behaviors, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that. So these little loops that you in, like going to work every day, come home, going to sleep, that's a loop. Going, kicking it on the weekends, that's a loop, you know what I'm saying? Voting, that's a loop, you know what I'm saying? Obeying the law, that's a loop. All these little constructs, and if you step outside of that loop, it's consequences, right? Not all loops have consequences, though. Those are loops. So those, when they get bigger, they become simulations. Like George Floyd, that was a simulation. COVID, that was a simulation. A lot of things are simulations with thoughts, words, actions, ideas, tied to behaviors within it of how to move within that construct of that simulation. Now, when it get bigger than simulations, it start to become matrices. So then we live in this big ass matrix with matrices within the matrix, and with simulations and loops within simulations within matrices within a matrix. That's a parallel matrix to a whole other matrix with the same shit. That's parallel to another one and to infinity and beyond. Buzz Lightyear. You know what I'm saying? That's where you at. That's the... My bad. Let me stop. From my research, all right, so look, you can create your own loops. You can create your own reality. You know what I'm saying? Now you in a loop. Now you still gonna work, but you got another loop that you done created. You done a building. So now you start to transitioning from one to the other with your time. You know what I'm saying? You putting time into that, but you also putting time into this new loop you create. You know what I'm saying? The loop getting a little power over there. It's getting strong, you know what I'm saying? Once you get up in that thing, when the ball get to rolling, you in that flow state, it's just going, you know what I'm saying? Now your time, now you got too much time doing this, you ain't got enough time for that over there. Your money coming in over here, and it's way more than what's coming in over there. So I'm gonna stay in this loop over here where it's coming in that flow. It's flowing, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna stack it up. I'm gonna make sure I'm still good over there, but in the meantime, in between time, I'm gonna be good over here, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't know how long it's gonna last, and I gotta get in where I fit in, you know. At times, you know what I'm saying? It might last forever. It might not. I'm going to get it regardless right now, not later. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to get it right now. So as I'm getting it, you know what I'm saying? Aspects of the old reality trying to step back in. Come in, we need you to do this, we need you to do this. Especially on your downtime, you're on your downtime, you can go over there. So boom, now you done put time into that. You done took time off of that. Now because you concentrate on that loop, you ain't concentrate on this loop no more. Now your vibration, your energy going to that loop and not this loop. So now your attraction ain't coming over here like it should be because it's coming over there when you should have been focused over there instead of over there. You know what I'm saying? But you can focus on both, but now you got scattered energy. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's good to have a distraction that's positive. You know what I'm saying? But you want to make sure that you focus on what you need to be focused on when you need to be focused on it. You know what I'm saying? It's like a rap song. It's beautiful right there, artwork. The way I spit it, the way I give it to you, you know what I'm saying? Coming from the top, freestyle, but it's not the top because I don't recite, I research. It's coming from within, for real though. That's my truth. So, and I always see it. So, you gotta have placement with your time, and we call that being organized. So let's just say order versus chaos. Which one you think is God and which one is the devil? Order versus chaos. Just think on it. Prospectively speaking. Because order to something negative, we need some chaos. That chaos is positive to something that's already negative to the simulations and stipulations and matrices and loops that's negative. We gotta have chaos to that shit, you know what I'm saying? Cancel that shit, you know. A little chaos so it can get some order, some real order, you know what I'm saying, in place. We gotta remember potential energy always comes with resistance, so you gotta, you know what I'm saying? You don't want the law of compensation to hit you too hard, you know? So you gotta stick and move. You gotta be careful out here. I'm giving you some wisdom right now. This is the law of correspondence. This is the Star of David, you know what I'm saying? As above, so below, as within, so without. So this shit gonna make sense in whatever is deeper than surface level. So I'm not talking about no one particular thing. I'm talking about many aspects of reality, you know what I'm saying, that all tie into the same thing that I'm spitting to you right now. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's gonna make sense. You gonna resonate with it because you gonna think of something. The light bulb gonna go off, and you gonna talk. It's gonna correlate with something. See, that's what the law of correspondence represent. You know what I'm saying? Everything corresponds 369 on these deeper levels of awareness. So, I feel good talking about it. I don't feel that good smoking a joint though. I feel like that's not being a good role model. Smoking, you know what I'm saying, chopping it up, talking. I feel like I'm not being a good role model in that way. But I do need y'all to understand that this is not taken away from nothing. It's all about moderation. That I can spit that shit. I can sit in a room full of anybody, full of any type of person with any type of clarity they think they can one up on me. No, you cannot one up on me. Like, I'm like that with this. I'm like that with this. For real though. Like, you can't get up, you can't get over on me. I'm too aware. My pattern recognition is way deeper than what you think. I'm coming like that. Like, that's how you supposed to be coming. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to be showing up correctly. You know what I'm saying? Of course they're gonna be intimidated because you kind of intense with it. But my intensity is only to balance out y'all thinking I'm supposed to be docile, so I gotta show y'all one time, and then I'll pipe down once y'all get out of y'all comfort zone. You know what I'm saying? Now that y'all out of y'all comfort zone, I can chill because you taking me serious. It ain't no goofy shit going on. You know what I'm saying? Serious versus goofy. Remember that. And that's how the game goes. That's how you show up for yourself. You know what I'm saying? As within, so without. Let you know what time it is. Let me know what time it is, because I want to know what time it is too. That's time for you right there. I'll show you.